beginnings of a round tabletop I'm going to do. Is going to be an epoxy filled table for a top of a table that we have in the house. I'm going to take the existing top off and put this one on. So this is the beginnings of my top. So I just grabbed some garden edging. I'm going to use a screw to the side of my 36-inch round template to make a mold for the table to sit in. So here's my 4 pieces of wood inside the mold. Getting ready. I won't pour the epoxy now because it's a little too cold. I'll take it in. Might have to take it in the house, but this is kind of what it's going to look like. So I just brushed in some epoxy and some of these big, huge holes and stuff that are in the wood. Some of the smaller holes filled in. So when I do the pour, when I put it in this mold right here and do the pour, and the gaps between the wood won't absorb the epoxy as much. Plus it helps with warpage, things like that in the future. So we'll see how it goes. This is the first time doing this, so hopefully it turns out. So this is after a few pours of epoxy. This is what I have going on. I have quite a bit of real estate to fill in with some epoxy, so I'm sure I'm getting some run out underneath of it. But other than that, it's looking fairly good. A couple more times. It'll be up to where I need it, and I can take it out of the mold, continue on from there. Sanding day. It's about 28 degrees out here, but at least the wind's not blowing and it's sunny, which is pretty nice. So first sanding pass in the epoxy. There's a lot of imperfections in the oak. I'm not sure I'm going to fill all the holes in, but as you can see, started out with 3 pieces, but I've made some walnut fillers to put in between the oak and the walnut to kind of give it a little offset look, so it's not all oak. It kind of looks pretty cool with the epoxy next to it. So like I said, there's a lot of imperfections in the oak, as you can see. So I'm going to start filling some of those in and do some little more sanding, and then I'll start getting finer on the sandpaper to put a finish on it. Okay, so here's finished product. Put it on this base that we had in this room on a table that I hated. So I got rid of that, just made something unique, which turned out to be very unique. So first time doing one of these epoxy type tables, so learned a lot, made a few mistakes, but this table has some really cool color in it. Filled in a lot of knots, imperfections in the wood, and the epoxy really set it off. So overall, I think it turned out pretty good for a first try.